Super GoBots, Destroyer, Sidekick, Leader 1, each sold separately from Tom.
Okay. I know that the GoBots were a popular franchise made famous in the 1980s, but they were not one of my favorites. So I did have one. It was Spacey the Space Shuttle, this guy. And when you even hear that name, you can kind of tell it was a little more sophomoric. You can see why I have a lower respect for that franchise than I do for other converting robots. You know what I'm talking about. GoBots versus the Transformers. It was an epic battle with a sure winner. If you like this, guys, I'm Victor, your G1 host for PopCon. A salute to all pop culture, but mostly the 80s. See it all back there? Now listen, I do have a GoBot on my shelf. So if you've been paying attention to my show, you may have looked behind me and seen one, a big one. I don't have this GoBot because I like GoBots. I actually have it because I needed a place to display one of my favorite franchises in action figure form. So I also love playsets. Have you looked behind me? Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you know where I'm going with this? So it's a playset. It's GoBot. Not a lot of choices back there. Yeah, I bet you see it right now. I needed a place to put my Kenner reaction action figures of Alien. And the GoBot Command Center was the ideal place. Yeah, right there. I've had it for a while. And although the GoBot Command Center never makes it on any top 10 playset of the 80s, it actually is pretty unique and pretty cool. Yet when I opened it, I found that I really like the elements and even the features. I mean, it is a GoBot, so it does transform, which is pretty cool in itself. But the Command Center, I'm using it for a different purpose. I found it made a great stand-in for the Nostromo, the towing vehicle from Alien and the rest of the crew. So why don't you come along with me? Let me show you its features. Let me show you when I opened it and all about that toy play set from the past. And then I'll show you how I use it. All right, now if you like this kind of content, please, I ask you, subscribe to this channel. Subscribe because it's a lot of great fun. Hey, just subscribe to see me every week, and we'll have some fun together opening new and old toys. And there's a lot more to PopCon as well. So like, comment, and share. Let's get it on. Here we are. I bought this on eBay, so it's wrapped in a protective blue plastic here. I do have a knife to cut it open. Unfortunately, as you can tell, this is a crappy ass knife, so I'm just going to use my bare hands. So I don't have the box to show you, but I will tell you that the box, although not a photograph, has some nice artwork. It does give you a sense of feel about the playset and the world of the GoBots. Now, it's not as nice as maybe Masters of the Universe artwork, but it did its job. This is almost complete. I was so excited. There's only one piece missing, and I'll point it out, but I do get it later. So, GoBots and Transformers. What a history. What a battle. Epic battle here. The GoBots were by Tonka. They did come out first. They were released, and maybe they just didn't have the same marketing machine. They were very simplified. They had simple names and simple transformations, and perhaps they were made for a younger audience. They didn't come with separate weapons to hold, and their transformations were like 3 steps, even in their major characters. They didn't at all resemble the character in the cartoon either. So Psykill, the leader of the Renegades, the bad guys, he looked so happy in his toy version. So here we are, the Command Center. This thing was in the animated show. It was a walking command center. It could actually roll, and it could stand up and be an opened playset for the GoBots to kind of be headquarters. You see in the front there at the top, that is where a 9-volt battery goes, and there will be a canopy to cover it. It's kind of like a cockpit. But this is the standing mode. I'll figure out those legs later, right? So those legs should fold up and be fine. And you see the rotating top, that robot face. Ew, I don't like it at all. So that's not how I feature it. I don't need this big, very simplified robot face at the top there. But here it is all open. And like I said, it comes with all of its parts. Very excited. All the stickers were intact. There's the cafeteria and the alien detection area. So they were all named off. And yes, if you look close, there are pictures of GoBots and robots on it. First feature, of course, is an elevator, because what playset didn't have it? You squeeze that together and it goes up and down. Actually worked really well. I was shocked at the condition this was in as an original. This very top piece where it says like the control center, you can turn it and there's another place for a robot to go. Now that's the way I like to keep it. And this is the red canopy that kind of snaps into place. When it walks or rolls, this is kind of like the cockpit look, and it's the preferred look I've got because I really don't enjoy the other face, even though it lights up when you press the button, if you get the 9-volt battery in there, which I have not at this time. I don't know if I will. Who knows? I just really wanted it for the playset, and it's going to be perfect for my action figures. Now, all these other pieces and parts came in the brown box, and opened them up. Was very thrilled in the condition, so it's going to be easy. We're going to put this together, make it be perfect, go on my toy shelves. Matter of fact, you can look down in the back in the distance up there at the top, see my Alien action figures who are waiting for their stand-in Nostromo. So here we go. We've got different levels. Some of them are equal with one another, and some are kind of offshoot. They're not straight across level. There are various levels, which is nice. Gives it more play features. I've just snapped on the back of the command center, which can fold down when it's rolling, and a GoBot could roll out. There's our first floor with our, I think, the alien detection scanner there, and a couple more floors. They do snap in really well, so I just continue to do that. There are, I think, just the 4 pieces of floor level. They do have certain ones they go in. And in the bottom right, which is like maintenance bay, there are 2 hoses, and I couldn't believe these rubber hoses were still working great. One is like a charge station, and the other is, well, gasoline. And these stickers show you. Now on the left here, I'm showing you again that this face is hideous. So there's where I put it. Now there is a piece missing, and it is on the left. There should be a little bit of a wall or a cage barrier. So what's great about the elevator is it honestly hits all the floors, and it has sort of a ramp look that GoBots could roll on or off, which is very cool, but it worked really well. So there on the left where I will put the piece as soon as I get it. Other than that, this thing is in great condition, does light up, and can close up to be its walking or rolling piece. So here we go on the other side, putting all the legs out. I think, yeah, got them all now, so it can walk. It's like an AT-AT or AT-AT, whatever you want to call it. Don't get mad at me for calling it how I call the AT-AT from Star Wars. But here, just closes up. Just closes up. How do I do this? Yeah, I figured it out. It took a minute, but I realized the elevator must be folded. Now I didn't have the instructions, people. Closes, snaps shut. You can keep your GoBots in it, so it is as well a carrying case. Once again, it does have lights and sounds. Doesn't have articulation in the knees, so it looks pretty robotic when it walks. Here in the back, this is like a ramp that can fall down like on a big truck, and the GoBots could roll out. So it walks, it rolls, it makes lights and sounds, but this is it in its entirety. Looks really, really great, and it's about to take its place on my shelf. So as you can see, and you probably know, there's some great history between the GoBots and the Transformers. The fact that the GoBots actually were made first by Tonka. However, the Transformers, which were made in Japan years earlier, were released by Hasbro in 1984. I think it was just their design, their seriousness, the backstory by Marvel, a lot of the care that was taken into writing up their bios, the animation style, and all of the media out there made them the pure winner. Now, I think the funny part is that Hasbro eventually bought out the GoBots and can actually use those characters' names. I say actually a hell of a lot. So sorry about that. Anyway, now that I use it for the Nostromo, which it doesn't look a damn thing like the ship from Alien, but it had the different levels, and I could put the action figures in different places. Let me show you what it looks like on the shelf close up with the characters from that film. This playset really balances out the toy shelf, and I have it in the up position, even put some of the legs straight up. We got a couple extra Alien action figures there, but there she is, Ripley at the top with a flamethrower. Ash, after he spit up all of his milk blood. There is Lambert and Dallas and even Kane in the cafeteria. We all know what happens after that. And Brett and Parker and in the bowels of the spaceship, the Ace. So what do you guys think? It's pretty cool, huh? I like it a lot up there, and I love Alien and I love playsets, so it was just a match made in heaven, right? So let me know if you've ever used a playset for your toys. Do you kind of mix and match ever? I'm not usually like that, but this was just perfect for me, and I really wanted to make those Alien action figures really shine. So hope you like this. Hope you really enjoyed looking deep dive into this old GoBot playset. My only representation from that famous franchise of the 1980s. But I had a great time. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share. And until next time.